I am so excited to welcome you to my amazing exclusive free private training. I am so excited to have you guys here today because guess what? We are diving in to the 5 shifts for you to build an automated Etsy shop with infinite inventory. And guess what? We're going to get you out of assembly line work and back to creating. Can anyone say yes? Amen. Tanner, I am ready for this training. If this is you, you are in the right place, my friend. And I am so excited because I am going to guide you through this crazy process that we have spent the last 18 months going through, diving into, and creating the most flawless process for you to be able to replicate it. Are you ready? I am so excited to have you here. I am just thrilled to share all that I have learned over this process with you. It is going to be fantastic. Are you ready? Because here's the deal. Who is ready for their first automated sell with ease? Can I hear an amen, right? I am so excited for you guys to be able to pick up exactly what it looks like to have your automated store that is going to be amazing. I love hearing from people that say, Tanner, I got to sell while I was at the park with my kids. Tanner, I was cooking dinner and cha-ching, it scared me. That is what happens when you are in a program like I'm going to share with you today. When you follow my system, you are going to see success with this. And the best part is there's no weighty or heaviness saying, ooh, I better get home and go pick up that shirt. I have to go make it. I have to go create it, because guess what? It is going to be done for you. And I'm ready for you to experience what it looks like when you get your first automated sell with ease. It is so fantastic. I'm so excited to share it with you. It is going to be the perfect thing to happen for you this year. Are you guys ready for that? Yes, I love it. Now, there's a few of you that are here and probably thinking, why should I be here? Did I sign up for the right thing? So this training is meaty. All right. It is action packed. It is full of a lot of things you definitely will want to know. All right. But here's what I want to share with you, why you're going to learn so much and what you will get by the end of this training. Now go ahead and budget 45 minutes to an hour for this training, because it's going to be good and you want to be laser focused. All right. So here's what you're going to learn by the end of our time together. You're going to learn why your crafts haven't been selling. If you're like, Tanner, I've tried selling, it doesn't work for me, this training is for you. Maybe you're here and you're like, I still don't understand how I can truly see what crafts will sell like never before. Buckle up. The things I have in this training is going to blow your mind. I'm also going to share the secret to selling your crafts passively and really unlocking automation in an Etsy shop. Super important. You're going to learn the 5 shifts that you can make earning this year and every year beyond super fantastic for you. All right. I'm going to share with you what is working right now, and it's going to be really, really awesome. So get ready and let's dive in. Now, you may be saying, Tanner, this may work for you, but does it work for other people? Look right here. 19 days after joining, she got 2 orders. Woohoo! 2 weeks after joining, she got her first sell, and they're both automated. Can we just get an amen? Let's do it. I'm so excited. Now, as always, for any private training, I like to encourage you to silence your phone and log off of Facebook. If you show up with the best energy, you're going to get the most. All right. Now, grab your notebook, not because this is going to be super overwhelming, but because when you write stuff down, you're going to remember it so much better. And of course, save the questions till the end of the class. I'm going to walk you through everything. I have everything lined out. So just keep those questions in the back of your head, and I bet I'll answer them. And if not, I'll give you a place to get those questions answered. Okay. So let's go ahead and dive in. Now, my name is Tanner Bell, and I've been selling on Etsy since 2010. What? I got started in 2010 on Etsy. And I used to pronounce it Ista. I couldn't even pronounce it right, but I was selling my handmade cards on Etsy. And what happened from 2010 to now is Etsy was the first platform that I put myself out there on. It was scary, it was overwhelming, but I figured it out, and I'm so glad I did. Today, I've been able to teach thousands of people how to successfully craft and then go and sell their creations and so much more. Today, we have multiple Etsy shops that run automatically with infinite inventory without us having to stress out to try and fulfill all the orders, leaving us in feast and famine. If you've been there, you know what I'm talking about, but maybe you've never experienced getting so many orders and then be like, I can't even fulfill that. Because if you've not, it's actually a really great thing that you're here so that you solve the problem even before it happens. Because so many people I know try to sell their crafts, and when they start selling it, they get super busy and they have to stop accepting orders and so much more. But what I need you to understand is that I have been able to crack the code on how we can create listings that people are actually looking for. We have a true system that will show you what type of listings people need competition on. And that's the best part, when you can fill the demand of the consumer. And that's what we're going to talk about at the workshops. So I'm so great to connect with you. So glad you're here. You are in the right place, my friend. So sit back, relax, and let's dive in. Now, if you're ready, go ahead and let's do this. I am so thrilled. Look at Angela. Angela got her first sale 28 days after joining. Look at that. It is so incredible. This process has worked for me. It's worked for so many others, and it can work for you too. Now, here's the deal. Before we dive into the 5 shifts, I really want you to know that I know where you're at. And for a lot of us here, you're in one of 2 different camps. All right. So camp number 1 is fear of failure. Tanner, what if I do all of this and I fail, right? Has anyone ever thought about that? Like, what if I put myself out there and I fail? I fall flat on my face. No one buys. Someone buys and then doesn't like it, right? There's so many things that can happen when we think about, what if I do all of this and it fails, right? Because here's the thing. The second problem is the polar opposite, right? Notice this. You could have problem number 2, fear of success. What if I do all of this and I end up with another job? Right now, I want you to sit and I want you to ask yourself, which one of these camps do I resonate with more? Because I have dealt with lots and lots of clients, and myself, I'm my best or worst client, that deal with both of these. And what I want you to think about is that it's all or nothing, right? It's going to be so crazy busy that I shouldn't even try because I know it'll work. Or it's like, oh, I'm going to put myself out there and nothing's going to work, right? I want you to just be aware of that all or nothing thinking that is totally happening inside of your brain on one end of the spectrum or the other. Now, I want you to just think about it, write it down. Which one of these are you dealing with the most? I just want you to be aware of that. Fear of success or fear of failure. I have dealt with all of it, and I have space and hold space for all of you that are in either of these boats. I know how serious it may feel. They're like, Tanner, I don't think you get it. I am scared I'm going to lose everything, or people are going to be really mad at me, or Tanner, I don't think you get it. I'm super busy, and as soon as I start selling my stuff, I'm going to be completely at capacity. Well, here's the thing, my friend. This system is going to work for either of these. No matter what, you have the ability to handle it. This system, the process, we are going to be able to walk with you hand in hand through either of these, and this is going to blow you away. After coaching thousands of people, I knew there had to be an easier way, right? I knew there had to be a way that you could sell your creations, that you could be at the highest level of creating without having to feel like I was just someone running an assembly line, or I was trying to go through and be at Hobby Lobby or Michael's or Walmart so late at night buying one t-shirt to then go make the shirt and stay up way too late, right? I knew there had to be an easier way. So what we have done is we've spent well over the past 18 months, we're now going into almost 24 plus months of slowing down, thinking about this, testing and studying to find the best way to sell your creations. Are you guys so excited to learn? I'm so excited to share it with you because here are the parameters I gave my team. Without inventory, without social media marketing, without making videos, or using your face at all. You may be saying, Tanner, what? Tanner, you love making videos. Tanner, you love marketing. But here's what I know. My customer doesn't. You watching this training right now does not enjoy and really does not enjoy being on camera, right? You want to have a faceless brand, one where the product sells itself without your face, without making videos like I am right now, or having to take on the liability of the inventory, right? Because a lot of fear of failure is, what if I buy all this equipment? What if I have to go through and buy all these t-shirts and then no one buys? So that's what I told the team. I gave them a very hefty list. I was like, we're going to do this. We're going to accomplish it together. And here's the thing. I told them that I want to use just creativity. So if you're here today and you're like, Tanner, I've got creativity, so check, I'm there. My friend, you're in the right place. If you are someone that always has ideas, can always bring your spin to it, can be super creative, that is the only thing I'm asking you today. I'm not asking you to make TikTok videos. I'm not asking you to dance around. I'm not asking you to post on social media 40 different times. Because here's the thing. You just need your creativity, because our products stand on its own. And I am so excited because guess what happened? After many months of research, testing, trying it all, we did it. We got this to work, and it even blew my socks off, because guess what? This right here was our first sell. We didn't sell one, we sold 2 sweatshirts. We sold 2 very specific sweatshirts, and guess what? This was not just a local order like a couple of states away. This was an international order, our first sell. What? I cannot believe that I gone international on our shop's first ever sell. And they didn't order just 1, they ordered 2. And that is when I was like, okay, we're onto something here. And I've got to keep going and figure out more. So guess what happened? We continued seeing sell after sell after sell, because we started figuring out what to look for in the data, what to look for when we're picking what to create next. If you're here and you're like, Tanner, I'm super creative, but I need some prompts, right? I need someone helping guide where my ideas need to go. What I want to tell you is that this method kind of feeds you where you need to go, what you need to do. Then you get to put your own spin on it, which is pretty phenomenal. I love this process, and I think you will too. Look at this right here. This was our sales over the last 30 days, and it has been so fun. We've been able to see quality visits. We've been able to see people actually buying. We've seen orders coming in consistently with our views and our sales. It is so fun. What I want you to think about right now is what it would look like for you to have an automated infinite inventory shop that is working for you while you're living your life. Imagine waking up to your funds on the way little email from Etsy, so that you can just wake up and your shop's running in the background from work that you did 30 days ago, 60 days ago, 90 days ago. Once you lay this foundation, this is just going to run and operate, which is really, really incredible. So what I also want to share with you is another one of my team members' shops. This is Sadie's shop. And Sadie also built a Etsy shop right alongside of us as we were doing all of this. And she wanted to do a digital print shop. So it's all digital prints, and the customer takes the digital download and prints it themselves, right? She's had 200 orders and over $1,700 of revenue in the last 30 days. This is so fantastic. She has had over 700 sales with all 5-star ratings, and it is only growing. Y'all, if anyone is here and they're like, Etsy is oversaturated, like, I just want you to look at this. And I really want to ask you, is it? Or are you just not willing to try and test and find what is working? Because we are finding what's working, and you can too. There are so many high quality buyers on Etsy. You need to get on there. All right. I'm so excited. The beautiful thing about all of our orders, all the clients' orders, Sadie's shop, and so much more is we didn't have to make a single order, which is crazy because that's usually why people get burnt out in their passion, because it's just that assembly line work. The beautiful thing here is we didn't have to make a single order. We did it on autopilot while we were going through the process to adopt our 3 precious babies. I am so thrilled that during one of the most hectic, busy seasons of our life, we figured this system out, because it was a one where we were at the attorney's office, had court dates, we had so much going on that this was the test to really see if it would work. During a really busy season, during a really busy adoption season, we were able to figure it out. What I want to ask you is, imagine earning $100 a day on autopilot. So many of the people that come into my world are some of the most precious, giving people. And I know you are dealing with your own circumstance, right? Insert whatever it may be, taking care of a loved one, helping raise a grandkid, have your own family, your spouse, your loved one, your parents. You need something that gives you flexibility and that is truly, truly passive. And your brain a lot of the time tells you that you can't have both. You're like, oh, I'm either able to have a business and have a job that I love, or I can, take care of whatever, insert loved one, child, grandchild, loved one, just insert that, right? Imagine what it would look like for you if you could have both. Like, really sit with that. Imagine earning $100 a day on autopilot, because guess what? That's an extra. This one blow me away. Like, can we just say, what? $100 a day is an extra $36,500 per year. Y'all, what would you do with that? Think about that. Write that down. $100 a day equals $36,500 per year. Y'all, you may be saying, Tanner, that sounds crazy to me. So I was like, okay. For some of you, that's like, okay, $100 a day seems like a stretch. I want you to imagine earning an extra $1,000 a month, right? Here's the crazy thing about $1,000 a month. That is a lot of money. But think about this. That's only $33 per day. Like, you can easily figure that out. That is just a couple orders per day for you to add $1,000 per month to your income. What would that do for you and your family, right? Would that change how you shop? Would that change how you treat your family? Would that change your vacations, right? Would $12,000 to $36,000 a year change everything for you? Write that down. Like, write down what number would be like, wow, I can say yes to that trip. I can give more. what I know about my audience, what I know about the people that are here at this training is that you are someone who can be trusted with money because you are someone who is giving, who wants to give more than they receive, because that is what I find every time I get to work with someone as amazing as you are. So what I know about that is that money is only going to magnify what you are already doing, right? That is why I'm so passionate about helping people like this community be able to make money online, because it magnifies how amazing they are. It magnifies the giving of their heart, right? So I want to invite you to consider what opportunities you could say yes to. How could you give like never before if you were able to make anywhere from $33 a day to $100 a day in added income? Are you ready to see the path for how this is possible? If you're like, Tanner, me, let's go ahead and dive right in, because I am so excited to share with you the 5 shifts to build that automated Etsy shop with infinite inventory. Let's get you out of that assembly line work and let's get you back to creating like never before, because y'all, you're getting a promotion and I don't even know if you're ready for it. Let's dive in. Shift number 1, if you're taking notes, this is a good one to write down. Strangers are the best customers. Strangers are the best customers. Now, the old way of thinking is thinking the only way to start selling your creations is working for your friends and family. How many out there is like, Tanner, I've tried selling, but selling to my mama, she always wants a discount. Selling to my sister, she only wants it for free. This is not worth it to me. Hello, I'm your people. We've been there together. But guess what? This is the old way. You are stepping in to your highest level self, and we're ready to shed the skin. We're ready to try again in a new way. And here's the deal. It's awkward, it's harder, and it's way more complicated to sell to people you know. Everybody's going to want a deal. Everybody's going to discount. And we know that, right? Here's what I want you to consider: our new way. What if you could open yourself up to hundreds of thousands of excited buyers that are ready to pay you without asking for a deal, without asking for a discount, and truly values the work that you do? For some of you here, you were like, what? I thought every small business started selling to the people they know. Like, I thought that's how they started. Wrong. You no longer have to sell to people in your area to get started. From my experience, that is go hold you back. That is go create way more confusion, way more overwhelm, way more stress, right? Let's have the strangers paying you so much money that you can treat your sister, your grandkids, your nieces, your nephews, cousins to free. You could just give it away to them because you're already making your true profit from the hundreds of thousands of buyers who are excited to pay you and pay full price for it. Here is what I want to show you. Someone paid us almost $40 for a sweatshirt. This is what makes Etsy a no-brainer. And this is what the educators and influencers online that tell you that Etsy, is oversaturated, Etsy, charges too much. This is what they're not telling you, is that Etsy is bringing the highest level buyer to you on a silver platter. Someone paid almost $40 for this sweatshirt. And if you really look at it, it's one line of text. For anyone here that's like, Tanner, this is all great, but I'm not a designer. Great, me either. But me and you both could recreate this shirt. You open Canva, you pick your font, you put one line of text, and you make your mock-up. No graphic design degree is required for you to make sales on Etsy. And I really, really, really want you to believe that and know that, because if you do not, it is going to hold you back from making the amount of money you could make. If you are not a designer, I invite you that this opportunity is still just as important for you. Let's get real. no friend, no family member is ever go pay us top dollar for our work. That's just how it is. That is just simply how it is. And if you do have a friend and family that will pay the regular price, that is an exception. That is not the standard, right? It is super, super important to know that our friends and family are not the ones that are going to really help us take our business to where we want it to be. Inside of Passive Earner Society, which is my proven program, we teach you to sell to strangers with ease. I love when people inside my program get to experience this for themselves. It always blows me away every single time. One of my clients said we sold our second sweatshirt last night, this time to a complete stranger from across the country. Like when you start selling while you're living your life to people that you do not know, your brain just explodes, because this is when the idea of possibility comes, and all the work that you've put into it, the weeks of preparation, picking your shop name, designing that listing, getting it up on your shop. This is when rubber meets the road, my friend. And when you get that first sell, when you get that first automated sell, that is going to be handled all without you doing anything, your brain will not know what to do. And you'll be now addicted to the same thing that I have been doing, and I've been having so much fun. And we've been helping so many people along the way. I am so glad you're here at the training, because I got a lot more to share. So shift number 2 is making sure your listings are actually in demand. So many people come to me and they're like, Tanner, I've tried Etsy. It doesn't work for me. And I'm like, you just didn't do it right. And I want to share with you what I mean by that. The old way, and this is something I've taught for years, is, hey, if you want to get started selling, sell what you like to make the most of. And for some of us, that is good. But what if I told you in this day and time, there's an easier, better way? What if I told you there was a way we could just tell you what people are actually looking for, and you could make that instead of literally trying to throw pasta on the wall and see what sticks? I believe that if you're at this training, you want the new way. You're tired of the old way. You're ready to level up. And that's why you signed up to be here. Am I right? Because guess what? I want to explain to you why this doesn't work. And then I'm going to share with you the new way. Okay? This is what happens when you start listing just the things you love to make. You're going to make a listing, and then you're going to stare at it for a week or two and be like, no one is looking at this. No one wants to buy this, right? You're just like, why? Well, guess what? There is a better way. The new way is you're going to use data to help you pick items people actually want. Items people are actually searching for. Did you guys know there's a way for you to literally just find the things people are searching for, and then you can add your own listings to the mix so that you can get seen in search, because it is so fun. Which one sounds easier to you? The way where you're just trying to throw everything at the wall to see what sticks, or you're like, oh, I just need to add my ideas to what people are already searching for that is already have demand, so I can easily get purchasers, right? That's the secret. So I want you to think, which one is easier for me? And chances are it's going to be, I want to make things that people are already looking for. And that's what I want to invite you to consider, and how you're going to do your Etsy shop different. And that's what we're shifting into, my friends. It is going to be so exciting. Now, you must use resources and tools to guide your listing. If you're taking notes, I'm going to give you 2 examples. Example number 1 is Everbee. All right. Everbee is an extension to your browser that will help you decide what you should sell. The second one is Insight Factory that you can also use. Both of those tools are pretty tried and true. They're good. You can use the free versions or paid, whichever one you want. Super fun. If you stay until the end, I'll share with you more about how we help our clients figure out exactly what they should list, because we have some really fun proven ways that I think you'll want to stay on for. So inside of Passive Earner Society, we teach you how to find those micro niches that people are hunting for, right? For example, these are two of my favorites. We have found a saying called gluten hates me. This has been one of our top sellers. I'm telling you, I've probably sold this sweatshirt 60 times. And it's just super funny. Gluten hates me. Very blanket statement, very simple, very easy. And on the flip side of that, in my sourdough era, and we started finding sourdough quotes because I personally have been loving my sourdough starter. His name is Luca. But this is what I'm telling you. Like, we were able to take these hypotheses, we're able to test and research what people were looking for. And from our research, our tools, we found these niches, which have been allowing us to have 50 or 60 sales on something we would have never have done if I had to just throw stuff up on the wall. This is so niche that I'm like, oh, this totally makes sense for me to sell it, but I would have never guessed it on my own. Are you guys starting to see how this is possible, seeing the old ways versus the new ways, and how you're truly going to have a new experience on Etsy because now you're going to know what the heck you're doing? So shift number 3, this is my favorite. This is the infinite inventory that you've got to hear. More orders doesn't have to mean more work. Who is like, Tanner, sign me up. I need this. I'm here for this. This is me, 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 me. This one's going to blow your mind, my friends. It blew me away. It's going to blow you away too. Now, the old way is making every order yourself, leaving you in feast or famine. The worst thing I hated to hear from my clients was, Tanner, I have so many orders, I had to stop accepting orders. What? You're turning the lights off? You're not going to let anyone pay you? They're like, no, I'm too busy. That is not a good way to do business. If you do not have a way that people can pay you every single day, no matter your circumstance, no matter what you've got going on, that is a flawed business model, because you're either super, super busy, or when you stop accepting orders and then you get caught up, you're like, oh no, I have no orders lined up. I have to start marketing again. So then you're in famine, and then it just rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. That is the old way of doing business, my friend. I want to invite you today to the new way. And this new way is called print on demand. Whether you sell 2 or 20, you set it up once and you let the orders roll in, right? You set it up once and you let them create, manufacture, package, and ship for you. No matter if you sell 2 or 20, your work is the same and they do the rest. You can choose from a print-on-demand provider like Printify that will link exclusively to your Etsy shop and fulfill the order for you. You may be saying, Tanner, is this Etsy approved? Yes, Etsy partners with Printify to provide this to you. They are going to link exclusively and directly to your Etsy account, and that is highly recommended because it's really great quality. Etsy wouldn't offer it otherwise. Look at everything you can do, from mugs to canvases, Christmas ornaments, journals, bathroom, decor, pets. The possibilities are endless here, and it is going to blow your mind once you start seeing everything that is available for you today. And here's the thing, my friend. Here's the thing I want you to sit with and consider. If you're here at the training and you're like, Tanner, this doesn't feel right for me, I want you to think about this. You're a busy creative, just like us. You are someone who loves being creative. You're someone who loves creating, but you don't have enough time to do it all. And here's the thing we know. You need a business that will let you stay in creativity, not that assembly line work, right? Which one fills you up more? Getting to design and create, or having to look at a mountain pile of orders where you could be doing the same thing over and over and over again, right? For most of us, we're like, oh, I want to design that next new thing. I want to do that next new thing. Well, my friend, that's what this is offering you. This is giving you a promotion. I like to say you're getting promoted to creative director. We're giving you a full up level. We're giving you that full promotion so that you can truly start creating like never before. I mean, think about this. You need a business that can run while you're living your life. You need these orders coming in. You need amazing quality with your print provider, which we teach you exactly how to do. So it's super fun. And whether you're on vacation, whether you're taking care of a loved one, you need this business to stay running because you're tired of having to turn your business off because you have to be more involved in your life, right? So important. Now, a lot of you come to me and you're like, Tanner, I need to understand how this all works. Well, here's the deal, my friend. Remember that sweatshirt I told you about earlier? Here is the breakdown for how the money goes. So for a $38 transaction, you can see here, we gave $3 to Etsy. We were able to pay Printify $23, which is such a deal when you think about they are stocking the inventory, they are creating and delivering your shirt, they are packaging it, and this includes shipping. So this is an all-inclusive price that is priceless to unlock you from having to fulfill every order, to stay out super late, getting the shirts and doing all of that. You're able to automate it for this one price. And while you just focus on your next listing, guess what? You just made $12. $11.94 is your profit every single time. That Gluten Hates Me sweatshirt, we designed it in probably less than 5 minutes. And we got it listed in under an hour, and we've sold over 60 of them. When you think about earning $60, 60 sales times that $12, that's $720 of just profit, right? Because we paid Printify, we paid Etsy, which the Etsy fees are just so priceless. Like if any of you are here and you're like, I've been told Etsy fees are crazy, please screenshot this and send it to whoever told you that. Because this is so realistic for me when you don't have to have any marketing, any social media. They are bringing you the customer on that silver platter. Is this making sense for you guys? Because like literally, if I could just teach this to everyone, it would just blow their minds. And most people just like to read the headlines. That's why people tell you not to be on Etsy, because of headlines. They never take the time to go all in and do this research. So what I want you to understand is it is now time to have your business that doesn't have to turn off just because you're living your life. Whether you're going on an amazing trip, whether you're going to visit your grandkids, whether you're going to take care of a loved one, your business has to stay running, right? I have a friend who is going to take care of her dad, and she runs a physical shop where she's making and selling everything. And she just recently started implementing my program, but she had to turn off the vast majority of her shop because it's all physical, because she's going to take care of her dad. If she would have implemented the system faster, she would be able to have left that shop on. No one would have missed her, and it would keep on while she's able to live her life, right? It's time for you to have both. Because when you have to turn your shop off, when you have to turn the lights off in your shop and go on vacation mode, it hurts your algorithm. It hurts your listings. And it's not as easy to come back to it. You have to restart your marketing. You have to restart your efforts. What if you had a shop that was running 24/7? That is priceless for you to be able to earn money every single day, right? Finally, your print on demand or your digital store will actually allow you to create those automated sales. Now you can actually charge your worth for custom or physical items, right? This is huge. For those of you that's like, Tanner, I love this idea, but I'm not done making and selling. Think about this. You can charge your true worth. You can charge for those custom items. You can charge for when you make an item without feeling like you have to undercharge just to make the sale. How many of you undercut yourself just because you're afraid they're going to say no, right? If you've been in that boat, you need your print on demand. You need a digital store to generate you sales so that you can charge what you've been dreaming of for your custom and physical items. Because then if anyone tells you no, you're like, oh, no big deal. I have all of this other revenue coming in. I just do this because I really, really love to. It's a different energy that will change the game, right? What I love about this system is that it allows you to stay in your creative zone of genius. So many of you have so many ideas, and all of this work doesn't even feel like work for you. That is the secret. When you find a job, when you find a way to make money off your creativity that doesn't even feel like work, you have hit the jackpot. And this system allows you to stay in your creative zone of genius. And guys, I just want to invite you for this promotion. You are promoted. It is time to hand off that assembly line work. It is not serving you to make and go where you're going, right? That is the old way. Staying in assembly line, trying to do everything yourself is the old way. It is time to level up. It is time for an upgrade. And it's time to keep the joy in crafting. It is time to keep the joy in your creations. The old way is having to worry about your inventory, worry about your shirts, worrying about when the materials go get here, trying to do customer service, trying to, package it all, deal with shipping. If I never have to go to the post office again, I am just go like, praise the Lord, because who wants to deal with all that? But the new way is having your business on 24/7, getting to stay in that creative genius, designing and crafting while your business and those orders are being fulfilled in the background. You, my friend, just get to stay on that creative edge looking for your next trending listing, which is super, super fun. Again, inside Passive Earner Society, I can show you how this can become not just like a one-off thing. We can show you how this becomes normal for you too. Look at Kirsten. 5 days after joining, she got 7 sales. I am pinching myself right now. I originally posted my first sale came in on Saturday. It's been 5 days now, and I've had 7 sales. And one just came in a few minutes ago, and the buyer lives in Rome, Italy. I've gone international, y'all. What? I'm not here to fluff feathers. I just want to encourage everyone that it's starting to work for me. It will work for you too. We've got this. I love getting those international orders. It shows how people from all over the world value your work and that you are needed, right? Your creativity is being seen by others and they want to experience it. It's time for you to level up so that you can get those buyers. All right, my friend. Now, shift number 4 is a big one, okay? No longer having to constantly reinvest in supplies or equipment. For some of you, this is going to be amazing. And some of you are like, what? Here's the deal. The old way is constantly having to reinvest in those new machines, those new supplies, and more. Essentially, it's like that feeling of money constantly going out and never having enough money coming in, right? If you feel that way, this new way is going to change the game. You're going to start seeing your income going up as you work on new listings without the pressure of having to buy new machines to increase your income, right? How amazing will it feel when you won't have the FOMO of buying the next new machine to be able to offer DTF, sublimation, Cricut, lasers, like all the things, right? Here's the thing. As you grow your listings, it will open you up to earning more. Now your business isn't reliant on a machine. It's reliant on how many listings you have. What I want you to consider right now, imagine how much more you'll earn when you have 20 to 30 listings, 20 or 30 to 30 listings that people are searching for, people are seeing, people are clicking on, and you're converting 6% of the people that view it, right? Imagine how much more money you're earning. If you're sitting here and you're like, Tanner, I'm not making any money right now, or I only get a sell here or there. Well, do you have listings that are in demand? You have 20 to 30 listings that are truly in demand people are looking for? My guess is probably not. More and more people are getting their first sell in less than a month after joining Passive Earners Society. We have one friend that says, first Etsy sale since revamping. Yes, love it. At 8 p.m., my phone went cha-ching. Woohoo, just got the cha-ching. Someone ordered 3 small things from my shop. Oh my gosh, my first order. I got my first digital sell. So many people are leveling up to this new system. You cannot miss the boat. Are you ready to see how it's possible that you can do this too? Because it is going to be fantastic. But this last shift is something you've got to hear. All right. Shift number 5 is you don't have to be a social influencer to be successful. How many of us are like, Tanner, yes, I need that? Well, guess what? The old way is thinking the only way to make money anymore was to post content and make videos. Now, I know I do that. I love doing that. But again, from the beginning of the training, I told you, I promised you I would not allow that because I know so many of my clients do not like that. So I just want you to know that you're held and like seen because you don't have to do that. It is a lie that you are telling yourself or believing into if you think the only people online making money are the ones making videos, posting content. That's just not true because there's a new way. And the new way is building a faceless brand that doesn't need a face, right? A brand that focuses on the product, not the personality, not the face, which I am so excited about. Because guess what? We've built these multiple shops that leverage search, not TikTok videos or you dancing or any social media at all. If you tried to start an Etsy and then you're like, I need an Instagram, I need a Facebook, I need a Twitter, I need all of that. No, you do not need that. You need high quality listings and all your energy needs to go into that. No more trying to go viral on TikTok, Instagram, any of that, and not even enjoying it. We have the better way. Sure, marketing on social media is great. I do it every day. I love it, but you have to want to do it. You have to love it to be able to do it well. If you have resentment, you're never going to successfully do it. And if you don't like it, you shouldn't do it. It's not for everyone, right? Here's the deal. It is not for everyone. You do not have to do it to be successful. I've tested it for myself, many testing shops, and many of my clients do zero social media marketing. So you don't have to do it. But this, my friend, this system, this approach, this is for everyone. You can have a shop where you're only needing your creativity so that this can work for you too. No more thinking social media is the only tried and true method. This will work for you. If you don't like social media, if you don't want to make videos, but you do have that creativity, this will work for you too. And the reason how, the mechanism, the machine in the background is we're going to let that Etsy algorithm work on your behalf. And guess what? This is my favorite part. We're going to make Etsy work for their commission, right? You're paying them to bring you customers. We're going to let that algorithm work on your behalf. That is the mechanism. That is the difference. If you were to ask me, Tanner, do you want to have a boutique or area like where you could have a shop? I'll pay your rent in downtown, insert any city. You could have a boutique or you could have an Etsy shop. I'm picking the Etsy shop every single day and twice on Sunday. That shop is open 24/7 and it has an algorithm where this boutique, has to have someone physically there to make the transaction go. This Etsy algorithm can be your best friend this year and make you so much money every single day if you will allow it. Look at this. Partnerships only work when both parties contribute. You are the creative. Etsy is bringing you the customer while you provide the product, which you can use print on demand or digital, and it's totally automated with infinite inventory. It is a no-brainer. I am so excited for you guys to be able to experience it. It's time to get paid for your creations every single day. One of our clients reached over 250 sales, seller status, and over 35-star reviews. Who wants to be the next one? Raise your hand, say yes out loud, because this is time is now. It is time for you to go all in. It is time for you to say yes to building that truly automated, seamless shop that has that infinite inventory that is going to change your life forever. Remember, if $1,000 to over $3,000 a month could change your life, that is what is on the table. That is what people are doing when they go all in on an Etsy shop, which is so fantastic. Now, I want to recap with you the 5 shifts because these are so powerful and so potent. I don't want you to ever forget. All right. Strangers are your best customers. Number 2, making sure your listings are in demand. Number 3, more orders does not have to mean more work. Number 4, no longer having to constantly reinvest in supplies or equipment. And number 5, you don't have to be a social influencer to be successful. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready to see it all? It is so exciting because I am so thrilled for you to be able to do it. Do you finally see how you could add an extra $1,000 to $3,000 a month of income by selling your creations and designs? Like, does it finally make sense? You have that Etsy algorithm, you have your print on demand or digital fulfillment, and you are now promoted to being that creative director, right? It finally all comes together, and I am so excited. Here is the question I have for you. Would you like me to help you truly set up that craft business that can run without you, without confusion, without overwhelm or costly mistakes? Because I am so excited. But before I share with you what I'm excited about, here's how I see it. You have option 1. You can figure this out on your own and possibly end up frustrated and exhausted by doing 1,000 more Google searches, trying to figure it all out on your own, reading a bunch of articles. That is possible. But in my experience, I just end up frustrated. I'm like, I'm not again. Or you have option number 2, which is you can follow my tried and tested path to go from point confused to point successful. And y'all, I have tested it all and I've put it all in one proven process that is going to change your life forever. And that is why I am so excited to share with you option number 2. But before I do, I want you to think about what it's like when you do this with like-minded people. When you do this with people that are aligned with you, that understand your pain points, understand where you're at and where you're going, that is priceless. And that is exactly why, my friends, I am so excited to introduce to you Passive Earner Society Private Coaching, the #1 coaching platform and program for creatives that want to have that infinite inventory and automated shop that can hold space for all their life, whether they're working full time, they're retired, they're taking care of their family, and they believe that they're too busy to go for their dreams. I have your back. And this is my private coaching Passive Earner Society program, which I'm so excited to share with you about. So if you're like, option number 2, Tanner, I want to learn about that, that is this program right here. Here's the deal. Inside Passive Earner Society, I give you everything in one place. We've compiled all the training, all the resources that you need to launch, grow, and advance, right? It's not about just getting started. It's about figuring out exactly what you need to do to be hitting those 1 to 3K a month benchmarks. We've put together into one comprehensive experience, the Passive Earner Society private coaching program. And inside of here, you're going to figure out exactly what to do, why you need to do it, and the how-to for all things Etsy. And most importantly, you're going to go from just learning to implementing with ease. Inside of this program, you get paired with an accountability coach that is going to walk you through hand by hand, step by step through our proven process so that you no longer get overwhelmed. This is not another course. This is a program that is focused on helping you take action, and I am so excited to share more about it. You're going to get your customized checklist where we'll take all the guesswork out of it and we'll do it for you. We'll give you the full checklist on how to do everything, what to do, and how to do it. No more stalling, just getting stuff done so that sales can start rolling in. How many times are you stuck and froze and just stalling out because you have no idea what's your next step? That is why inside my program, we have this customized checklist that will blow you away. Inside our program, we actually found that we needed to give you a one-on-one coach, right? We've tried so many different things. You will be assigned a one-on-one coach who will stay with you the entire duration of the program. You're going to get support and feedback to help you get unstuck, and you have the ability to connect with that coach every other week. The reason I do every other week is because I'm busy. And when I'm getting coaching, I like to have a coaching week and an implementation week, a coaching week and an implementation week. So we're going to give you all the support so that you never get stuck. We're also going to give you expert audits where you'll be able to submit your work for review and get advice on how to improve it based on Etsy's algorithm and buyer behavior. You'll also get feedback that can range from ideas for 1% improvements to total redirection. Whatever you need, we are going to meet you where you're at, and we're going to help you get from where you're at to where you want to go inside of this program, building your automated shop, which I am so excited about. This one is kind of crazy. I truly wasn't sure this was possible, but my team came together and we created this unbelievable offer because I kept saying, like, if I could do one thing, if I could wave a wand and give something that would be so priceless for your entirety of your shop, it would be this right here. We're giving you a custom-made logo for your shop designed to your liking. We're giving you your full brand guide. We're giving you an Etsy-ready banner design. And we're giving your mock-up graphics tailored to the products you're selling. Guys, this is priceless because you're not having to go through trying to pay so much money for a brand guide that people don't understand what Etsy shops need to look like. You're not having to do it yourself and end up looking like you're not a professional shop. We bring in our high-class graphic designers that are trained in building these type of brands, and they do it for you. This is something that I never thought would be possible, but we have came together and provided it here. And I'm just so excited because it's going to help you so much and you don't have to do anything. What I also just want you to understand is that you're getting the community. You're going to be able to finally connect with a community of Etsy sellers in every niche and every stage, from beginner to six-figure earners. And yes, we have six-figure earners in the room for teaching you how to run your Etsy shop. If you're like, I want to learn how to run a six-figure Etsy shop, get in this program, y'all. You're going to get your answers and feedback from peers and our entire coaching team. You're going to have tons of support. Throughout the month, we have calls, lots of live calls that you can join in on as you see fit. We have specific calls for product research, design help, mindset, getting feedback, and your general Etsy questions. That is available to you. And you can always watch other people ask questions in a group setting. And this is in addition to your one-on-one coach. So if you need to take something to a one-on-one call, you can. If you want to learn and see how people work on their Etsy shop, get mindset coaching, feedback, and so much more, it is super, super phenomenal. And here's one of my favorite things. Guess what? They're optional and they're recorded. So no added time commitment or stress needed. Now, this is our proprietary software that is our AI. We recently developed an AI tool to help our students do all the hard work, whether it's listing, it's titles, it's tags, and those descriptions. We are doing it for you. All you have to do is upload a photo, answer a few simple questions, and guess what? Your AI bot does it for you. Imagine this, y'all. You struggle writing the description, if you struggle knowing what titles work, if you struggle with coming up with tags, salesbooster.ai, which is our proven automated AI bot that is trained in Etsy, is going to do it for you. And I'm so excited to offer it inside of Passive Earners. And in addition to all this, again, you're going to get the curriculum, the checklist, that dedicated coach, expert audits, done for you logo, branding, graphics, and so much more. Here's what I want you to understand. Our comprehensive curriculum will get you up to speed with exactly what to do and exactly how to do it without feeling like you just got another full-time job. Our program is not about working more. Our program is about working smarter. It's about taking that half hour you have and really moving the needle so that you can get paid for years to come. I want every single time you get an Etsy payout, I want you to look back and be like, dang, the work I did 2 months ago, 3 months ago, 6 months ago, a year ago is paying me now. Past Tanner, past self did the work so that I could get paid today. If you don't have that in your business, if you don't have that in your life, you need that. And that's what this program is. That's why we're different than anyone else. So I really want you to understand and get ready to learn how to automate your shop to get your time back 100%. I want you to understand how to create listings that show up in search. I want you to understand how to put yourself out there and sell to strangers. It will change your life. And I want you to understand what works and what doesn't when it comes to selling. And here's how determined we are to see you succeed. Because we're meeting you where you're at. If you're willing to show up, I'm willing to meet you there. That is how confident I am in our approach. If you show up and put in the work, we will coach you until you have launched your Etsy shop and you have hit $1,000 a month. This way, you know exactly how to make money online, no matter how long it takes. As long as you're showing up, as long as you're doing the work, we will meet you where you're at and we'll continue coaching you until you are there. Here's the deal. All you have to do is you have to show up and take action with that customized checklist, and you have to be putting in the work. That's all it takes. So what I want to be very upfront with, this program is not for everyone. All right. This program is not for someone that is not coachable. This program is not for someone that doesn't want results. And this is not just another course you're going to sign up for and take into action. Because here's the deal. A lot of you may love this or hate it, but there's no place to hide in here. We know you by name. This is not another course sell. This is a action fast program that we help you get moving. We get you out of consumption and get you into creation, which is the best place to be. If you're interested, you simply need to fill out the application right down below for a success call right now. That is with someone on my team that is going to help walk you through what it's like to work with us. We have quite a few options that are custom to you. We'll hear where you're at. We'll hear where you want to go. And we're going to meet you right there with options that are great for you. Now, these calls are very limited, and we only invite a small percentage of people into the program. We get to know you. We get to know each other. It's very intimate. And I just want you to know that not everyone is accepted, and these calls are very, very limited. So let me know if you have any questions. You can always reach out to us down below at our email. Please be sure to fill out that form. If you're ready to take action, fill it out. It takes just a couple of minutes. It is super, super fun. So go ahead, fill out your application, pick time on the calendar right away to see if it makes sense for us to work together. I want to work with you and I want to coach you on building your Etsy shop. It is so fantastic. And I am so, so excited to be able to walk with you hand in hand in building your shop, deciding what your shop name is, getting it set up. If you're like, I'm a beginner, can I do this? Yes, yes, yes. I love helping beginners. It warms me up helping you lay such a solid foundation. It is super fun. Melissa says, I don't have an Etsy shop and know little to nothing about it, but I want to sell. How will this program help me? Melissa, great question. So inside the program, even if you've never sold before, we lay that solid foundation together. So I'll help you pick your name. You were going to do the done for you assets. So it's completely done for you. So it's a top of the line, which is super, super fantastic. And if you know nothing about it, but you know you want to go through our process, this is going to be perfect for you. You're between your dedicated coach, our proven curriculum, and our group calls, you're going to have everything you need for success. Here's what I want you guys to consider. Imagine committing to building a shop that works while you're living your life. How much do you think you can make? Because inside the program, we're going to guide you through everything you need to do that, to have that shop that is open 24/7, 365 days a year. It is fantastic. I mean, look at this. 24 days since joining, Audrey got her first sale. If we can help Audrey, we can help you, Melissa, right? Less than a month into the program, Denise learned techniques to boost her shop up and increase the sales. 3 weeks after Kimberly opened her shop, she didn't get one order, she got 9, right? Like, this is the action that we are seeing people take, and we are getting people results very, very quickly. If you're here today and you're like, Tanner, I don't believe I could ever sell to a stranger. I don't believe this is possible for me. Y'all, this is not just possible. This is becoming common. If you are even remotely interested, fill out your application, take that time with someone on my team. There's very limited spots. So if you see a spot open, consider it a free gift. I mean, you came to this training. I want to see if it makes sense for us to work together. And they'll go over all the options on how we could do that. There's so many ways. So be sure to just fill out an application, connect with my team, and be ready to show up, not for what you're doing today, but where you want to be in 3 months, 6 months, or a year from now. More and more people have started putting themselves out there and getting their sales. Jessica says, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I finally figured out color schemes. Oh my goodness, right? We have another student that says logo create, social, business email, calendar. We've got the next 3 weeks of work planned, right? I love it. Look at everyone taking action here. I just got my first sell. Another client got their first sell. Like, it is happening over and over again, and we want you to be a part of it, right? There's not just one. Like, we're not just posting the outliers. This is truly, truly common. Read this one. My husband and I both want to thank the whole PES team for everything you have done. In particular, we want to thank Tanner Bell for becoming the voice in my head that says, just make a decision, right? This needs to become wall art in our office. To be honest, that sentence has become a way of life across everything I'm doing. We sold our 5th sweatshirt, and we've only been in business 7 weeks. Those first few days and even weeks felt like an eternity, but the coaching we are getting kept me looking ahead and doing something every single day to move that needle forward. I now feel like the creative who will succeed rather than the creative who might make a few bucks with my little side hobby. Y'all, not only have I been able to do this for myself, run a very successful business, being creative, but I've been able to help this become the commonality for so many people. If you are here and you're like, I'm not creative enough, I'm not a designer, no one will buy from me, guess what? I believe I've had those same thoughts in my head, and I did it anyway. If you are willing to put in the work, if you are willing to take your lack of creativity, which we all know we're creative, but some people just feel like they're not designers, right? That's me. I'm a creative person, but I'm not a designer. You don't have to be to make sales on Etsy. So if you're ready to do the work, if you're ready to put it in, I just want to invite you to fill out an application and bet on yourself. All right, my friends, this is such an amazing training. I love, love, love teaching it, but I don't want you to delay. If you're ready to take action, fill out the application right down below. learn about what we have to offer in Passive Earner Society. Go through the application. We will let you know if you are accepted or denied. You'll be able to get on a call with my team member. We are here to listen to you, hear where you want to be, where you're at, what's holding you back. And if it makes sense, if you are someone that we can truly feel like we can help, we will share with you what it's like to work with us inside Passive Earner Society. This is not a super crazy sales call that we're going to pressure you. Y'all, I'm just looking for the right people that I know I can help. And I want to make sure that you just can't join on a page. So go ahead, fill out the application. We will reach back out to you. You'll set up your time. We are super, super excited to connect with you. But again, the spots are very, very limited. So go ahead, watch this again, watch this a second time, watch this a third time. The training material in here is so, so good, but it is time for you to bet on you. So go ahead, fill out your application, right down below, pick a time to connect with my team, whether you talk to Kelly, Katie, or Jenny. They are amazing people that will take such great care of you, that have the entire philosophy that we have here down. And I know they are such a joy. Everyone that gets to talk to them and say it is just such a great time and such an extension of the energy they feel at these trainings. So if you're ready, I want to invite you to bet on yourself, my friends. You've seen so many people that have been able to do this. My question is, why not you? Now is your time. Go fill out that application. I do have just a quick few questions that I wanted to address that I saw come through. Danielle says, how many hours a week am I going to have to dedicate to this? Danielle, I would say 2 to 3 at minimum. If you have more, that is fantastic. What I will tell you is inside the program, we optimize for how much time you have. So if you have more time, just let your coach know, and we will help you figure out what you should be working on in that time. Whitney says, can I do this with a full-time job? Yes, Whitney. I would say over 50% of people that start the program have a full-time job, or that they have a full-time commitment, whether they're volunteering, whether they are watching their grandkids, things like that. That is totally normal. Tori says, how long should it take me to start seeing results in sales? So Tori, you get out of the program what you put into it. So a lot of the people here do a lot of work up front, and we've seen people get their first sale in 5 days, 9 days, 20 days. It depends on how fast you implement, but it is totally possible for you to quickly see results because of how powerful that Etsy algorithm is. So I make handmade tumblers and love making them. Will this program still help me? Tammy, yes, we have a physical track, but we love teaching automation and helping you kind of reach your next level. So we can help you sell more of your tumblers. And if you're willing to, try out digital or do print on demand, will really help you magnify it. So yeah, you get to decide. Brian, I heard Etsy fees are high. Why choose Etsy over selling on my own website? I love that question. I think Etsy fees are really low. I believe that when you have your own website, there's a lot of things that it takes time and money that isn't equated. For example, you're 100% responsible for driving the traffic to your own site. Like that's hard. Like that's really, really hard and very expensive to run ads. Plus you have to pay for hosting. You have to pay for another credit card processor. Like there's so many fees when you launch your own website. Like that is just not true. So I believe for all the work Etsy does, the fees are actually cheap. That's my personal opinion. Susan, or Sylvia, let's do Sylvia first. Etsy seems oversaturated. Is it possible for a new seller to even be seen on Etsy? Sylvia, we are helping people do that every single day. I see it first and foremost. You can start a new shop and get your first sale and get many more sales than that. We all start as a new shop, right? So totally possible. Susan, I don't feel like my design skills are great, but I love to be creative and want to sell. How can this help me? Susan, we will help you with the skills you currently have. Your brain is constantly going to tell you everything you need to do, everything that is required, everything that you lack that you don't have. What we do is we look at what you do have, everything that you have, and we start there, and we always can aspire to that next level, right? So good. Now, Renee, How will I know the quality of the product if I never see it before the customer? So Renee, we have proven vendors that we've worked with that we recommend. You can also, we teach you how to order a sample so that you can stay in integrity and really, get to see it for yourself. Taylor, can I sell different products in one Etsy shop or do I need to have multiple? Taylor, we believe in growing one super solid Etsy shop. But for a lot of people, their first instinct is like, oh, I've got to keep my digital shop over here, my print on demand, my physical, and it's all separate. If you have a really broad Etsy account, we can put all three in one, which is really awesome. I think less shops is easier to manage and it's way better. So that's my personal opinion. It's been super fun. Again, if you have questions, be sure to reach out to us. If you're like, Tanner, I want to learn more about what it's like to work with you, fill out an application. No pressure whatsoever. We'll see if it makes sense to work together and we'll go over what those next steps look like. So guys, thank you so much for being here at this training. It has been fantastic. And I'm so excited to get to work with you and get to hear from our team on what it's like to connect with each and every one of you. It is not by accident that you're here right now, right? I want you to bet on yourself. This is your year and it's time to take massive action. Let's do it together. I'll see you there. Bye, guys.